In last lecture, we have completed this course objectives, whatever the teaching scheme, examination scheme about the earthquake engineering. Now, in this lecture, we'll see what are the course outcomes about this earthquake engineering. Okay, so first outcome about this subject is that first we'll see what is the outcomes. Okay, outcome is nothing but after the completion of the syllabus, you should know the knowledge about the following points. Okay, what is the outcome? So our course outcome is nothing but after the completion of the syllabus, the student should know the knowledge about the following points. Okay, so what are the objectives? That part we have completed. That objective is nothing but while starting the subject, we have to take such objectives in our mind. म्हणजे काय, जेव्हा आपण एखादा सब्जेक्ट चालू करतो अभ्यास करण्यासाठी, तर त्यावेळेला आपल्या मनामध्ये किंवा आपण काय करतो, डिसाइड करतो दीज आर द ऑब्जेक्टिव्ह. या ऑब्जेक्टिव्ह विषयी मला काय करायचं, स्टडी या सब्जेक्ट मध्ये करायचं आहे. दॅट इज नथिंग बट अ कोर्स ऑब्जेक्टिव्ह. अँड व्हॉट इज द कोर्स आउटकम? कोर्स आउटकम इज नथिंग बट आफ्टर द completion of syllabus, after the completion of syllabus, after the completion of your study about this earthquake engineering, you should know the knowledge about the following points. म्हणजे काय, हा जेव्हा सब्जेक्ट तुमचा कंप्लीट होईल, स्टडी करून सिलेबस जेव्हा कंप्लीट होईल, तर त्यावेळेला तुम्हाला या फॉलोइंग जे प्रकारचे जे 5 पॉइंट आहेत, तर त्याविषयी तुम्हाला सगळी माहिती जी आहे, यू शुड नो द ऑल द स्टडी रिलेटेड टू दिस पॉइंट. Okay, so we'll see these course outcomes. On the completion of this course, student will be able to apply the principles of earthquake resistant philosophy in planning, design and the construction of building. Okay, in objectives already we have seen that which type of study we have to do. We have to study about the for making the building as a earthquake resistant building. ओके, आपल्याला काय करायचंय, आपली बिल्डिंग जी आहे ती अर्थक्वेक रेजिस्टंट बिल्डिंग बनवायची आहे. अँड फॉर दॅट पर्पज what factors we have to be consider, means building should be symmetrical, irregularities त्या बिल्डिंग मध्ये नसल्या पाहिजेत. ओके, that point we have seen. Structural त्या ठिकाणी कसं असलं पाहिजे बिल्डिंगचं नेचर. So that point we have seen in the objective. means आपलं जेव्हा हा सिलेबस जेव्हा कंप्लीट होईल, तर त्यावेळेला तुम्हाला माहिती होईल की what are the factors should be assumed, what are the factors should be there while planning, while designing of the building and while the construction of the building to achieve the earthquake resistant building. म्हणजे आपल्याला बिल्डिंग कशी बनवायची आहे, तर earthquake resistant building. आणि ही earthquake resistant building बनवण्यासाठी what are the theory, what are the study related to make a building as a earthquake resistant building, that is nothing but the course outcome, that is the one to apply. तुम्ही हा हे जे नॉलेज आहे related to the making of building as a earthquake resistant building, आणि त्या रिलेटेड जे काही तुमचं जे काही नॉलेज असेल, जे काही स्टडी केलेलं असेल, ते जे स्टडी, तो जो स्टडी असेल, यू कॅन अप्लाय ऑन द प्रॅक्टिकल साईट. जी की प्रॅक्टिकल साईट असेल, तुम्ही एखादी साईट हँडल करत असाल, म्हणजे प्रॅक्टिकल जे की तुम्ही स्टडी मध्ये शिकला आहात, तर जे काही तुम्ही स्टडी केला, जो काही सिलेबस मध्ये पॉइंट आहेत, तर ते जे काही तुम्हाला मिळालेलं नॉलेज आहे, थेरॉटिकल नॉलेज, दॅट थेरॉटिकल नॉलेज यू विल अप्लाय इन आवर प्रॅक्टिकल नॉलेज. मीन्स तुमचं जे काही एखादी कन्स्ट्रक्शन चालू असेल, तर त्या ठिकाणी जे काही बिल्डिंग असेल, तर त्या बिल्डिंगचं प्लॅनिंग करत असताना, डिझायनिंग करत असताना, construction of building करत असताना, you have to apply such a knowledge of earthquake engineering to make a building as a earthquake resistant building. So that is the outcome number 1. म्हणजे पहिल्या आउटकम मध्ये तुम्ही काय करणार आहात, तर वॉट एव्हर द नॉलेज you get from the earthquake engineering about how to make the building as a earthquake resistant building, that all knowledge you will apply for the building construction or the planning, designing or the construction of any building, so that that building will become as a earthquake resistant building. So that is the first outcome of this earthquake engineering. Okay, now we'll move towards the second outcome. So what is the second outcome? Perform the dynamic analysis of structure under the earthquake load. Okay, perform the dynamic analysis of structure अंडर द अर्थक्वेक लोड. ओके, आता आपण जे बघा टीव्ही मध्ये तुम्ही बघता अर्थक्वेक झाल्यानंतर अर्थक्वेक होतोय तर त्या ठिकाणी बिल्डिंग अशी कोलॅप्स झाली, या पद्धतीने बिल्डिंग कोलॅप्स झाली. डू यू हॅव ऑलरेडी, तुम्हाला खूप पिक्चर्स बघायला मिळतील की किंवा व्हिडिओज बघायला मिळतील while the earthquake loading how this building failure is occur. सो जे बिल्डिंग फेल्युअर ऑकर होते तर ते बिल्डिंग फेल्युअर जे आपण बघतो तर सेम आपल्याला काय करायचंय, वी हॅव टू परफॉर्म सच एक्सपेरिमेंट इन आवर लॅब. काय करायचंय, वी हॅव टू परफॉर्म मीन्स किती फ्रिक्वेन्सी अर्थक्वेकचा लोड जो आहे किंवा अर्थक्वेकची जी फ्रिक्वेन्सी आहे तर त्या किती फ्रिक्वेन्सी अप्लाय केल्यानंतर आपल्या स्ट्रक्चरवरती त्याचा इफेक्ट होतो, आपली बिल्डिंग जी आहे ती काय होते, फेल होते. ओके, बिल्डिंगचा आपला रिस्पॉन्स कसा होतो, ऍट व्हॉट लोड, ऍट व्हॉट फ्रिक्वेन्सी, हाऊ आवर बिल्डिंग इज बिहेविंग, हाऊ रिस्पॉन्स अबाउट द बिल्डिंग, हे आपल्याला जर शिकायचं असेल तर काय करू शकतो आपण, डायनॅमिकल अनालिसिस ऑफ एनी स्ट्रक्चर वी कॅन मेक इन आवर अर्थक्वेक लॅब. तर त्यासाठी आपल्याला काय केलेलं आहे तर आपल्या अर्थक्वेक इंजिनिअरिंग लॅब मध्ये काय केलेलं आहे तर इन्स्ट्रुमेंट आहे, दॅट इज नथिंग बट अ शेक टेबल इन्स्ट्रुमेंट. आणि या शेक टेबल इन्स्ट्रुमेंटच्या सहाय्याने आपण 3 स्टोरी असेल, 4 स्टोरी असेल, 5 स्टोरी बिल्डिंग असेल, त्या ठिकाणी मल्टी स्टोरी बिल्डिंग असतील तर त्या मल्टी स्टोरी बिल्डिंगचं आपण रिड्यूस करून एक मॉडेल बनवू. अँड बाय मेकिंग द मॉडेल, by placing this model into the shake table and while applying the different frequencies, by applying the different earthquake loads, we can understand how the behavior of the building is going to be changed while applying such loads. तर त्या ठिकाणी आपण काय करू शकतो, we can perform the experiment like that on our model which is made from the by reducing the size of the building. त्या ठिकाणी 10 स्टोरी बिल्डिंग असेल तर 10 स्टोरी बिल्डिंगची जे काही साईज असेल ते साईज आपण रिड्यूस करणार आहोत आणि रिड्यूस करून त्या मेजरमेंटनीच आपण काय करणार आहोत, एक स्टील मॉडेल बनवणार आहोत. आणि त्या स्टील मॉडेलला आपण काय करणार आहोत, वी कॅन अप्लाय द फ्रिक्वेन्सी, वी कॅन अप्लाय द अर्थक्वेक लोड. आणि जेव्हा तो लोड आपण देऊ तर त्यावेळेला हाऊ दिस बिल्डिंग इज बिहेव्स during the earthquake load, that we can understand, we can perform in our earthquake engineering lab. So that outcome of the second is in this earthquake engineering is that to perform the dynamic analysis of structure under earthquake load. Okay, so that is the outcome number second. Already आपण जेव्हा डिफरंट अर्थक्वेकचं जेव्हा काही आपण व्हिडिओ बघतो त्या व्हिडिओमध्ये आपल्याला रिस्पॉन्स बघायला मिळतात, तर सेम रिस्पॉन्स आपण एखादं मॉडेल तयार करून जर आपण त्या ठिकाणी फ्रिक्वेन्सी, अर्थक्वेक फ्रिक्वेन्सी दिली, अर्थक्वेक लोड दिला त्याला बाय युजिंग द शेक टेबल, so automatically we'll understand the how that building behaves, how that story, how that multi-story building is behaves while applying the load, and at what frequency, at what load that building is going to be collapsed. That parameters also will understand from this shake table. Okay, so that is the second outcome, that is the perform the dynamic analysis of structure under earthquake loads. Okay, तर आपल्याला ह्या ठिकाणी जेव्हा आपलं कधी हा पॉइंट कम्प्लीट होईल फ्रॉम दिस युनिट नंबर 4, ओके, और युनिट नंबर 5, तर त्यावेळेला तुम्हाला आय विल शो यू द वॉट एव्हर द experimental analysis or the experimental performance about the shake table for analysis of dynamic analysis of the structure under the earthquake load. ते तुम्हाला काय होईल त्या ठिकाणी you can understand through the practicals. Okay, so that is the outcome, that is the course outcome number second of the earthquake engineering. Now we'll move towards the third outcome, that is the incorporate earthquake resistant features for various types of construction. So you can see here, incorporate the earthquake resistant features for various types of constructions. Means in the different types of the construction we have to apply or we have to incorporate. Okay, we have to apply, we have to incorporate the different features about the earthquake resistant building for the different types of the construction. वेगळ्या टाइपचे जे काही construction आहेत त्यामध्ये मेसोनरी construction असेल, टिम्बर construction असेल किंवा त्या ठिकाणी तुमचे काय असतील आरसीसी स्ट्रक्चर्स असतील. तर फॉर डिफरंट टाइप्स ऑफ द कन्स्ट्रक्शन वी हॅव टू अप्लाय वॉट एव्हर द फीचर्स which are related to make the building as an earthquake resistant building, that all features we have to apply into the different types of the construction. So that is the third outcome about the earthquake engineering. काय करायचं आपल्याला, whatever the features, whatever the features or the whatever the properties, okay, to achieve the earthquake resistant building, that all properties or the all that all whatever the study related to this, that all study we have to apply for all types of the construction. हे जेव्हा आपण अप्लाय करू तर त्यावेळेला ऑटोमॅटिकली विल अंडरस्टँड whatever the theories related to make a building as a earthquake resistant building. म्हणजे आपल्याला बिल्डिंग अर्थक्वेक रेजिस्टंट बनवायची असेल तर त्या रिलेटेड जी काही स्टडी असेल, त्या रिलेटेड जे काही अजम्पशन्स असतील, दॅट ऑल अजम्पशन्स आपल्याला काय करायचे आहेत तर वेगवेगळ्या टाईपच्या कन्स्ट्रक्शन मध्ये काय करायचे आहेत, फॉलो करायचे आहेत, सो दॅट वी कॅन अचीव अ बिल्डिंग ऍज अ अर्थक्वेक रेजिस्टंट बिल्डिंग. सो मोटो काय असणार आहे आपल्याला, तर मोटो इज हिअर टू मेक द बिल्डिंग ऍज अ earthquake resistant building. So that is the third point, that is the to incorporate the earthquake resistant features for various types of construction. Okay, now we'll move towards the fourth point, that is adopt the provisions of IS 1893-2016 and IS 13920-2016 codes. Means in this course outcomes, we can adopt the provisions, whatever the provisions related to the IS code. तर त्या IS code मध्ये जे काही provisions असतील, which are those IS codes? IS code is 1893-2016 and IS 13920-2016. These IS codes we have to use into the earthquake engineering while studying about the earthquake engineering, whatever the properties, whatever the related study about the earthquake engineering, while solving the problems, while calculating the seismic forces, we have to use such a IS codes, that is the IS 1893-2016, IS 13920-2016 codes. Okay, and last outcome is that incorporate ductility features in the structures. Means ductility features means, what are these ductility features? Means to incorporate or to strengthen the structure, to increase the strength of the structure, we have to make sure that ductility features in the structure. So that is the course outcomes. In shortly we have seen these all course objectives and the course outcomes about the earthquake engineering. Okay, in first outcome we have seen, whatever the study we have made, we have studied from this earthquake engineering, that all study related to the theoretical knowledge, that we have to apply into the practical knowledge. On the practical side, that knowledge we have to apply for achieving the building as a earthquake resistant building. Okay, by in the planning, in the designing, and in the construction of building. So we can apply, whenever we apply this all the details, then automatically we can achieve the building as a earthquake resistant building. Okay, second point is here, perform the dynamic analysis of structure under earthquake load. Means in this second objective, we can perform the different experiment on the different models of the building, single story building, two-story building, multi-story building, and we can understand the behavior, dynamic behavior of the building. So that is the second objective, that is perform the dynamic analysis of structure under the earthquake loads. After that, third outcome is that incorporate earthquake resistant features for various types of construction. Means वेगळ्या टाइपचे जे काही construction आहेत, तर त्या वेगळ्या टाइपच्या construction मध्ये whatever the study related to the earthquake related to achieve the building as a earthquake resistant building, that all features we have to apply into the different types of the construction. Maybe it is a timber structure, maybe it is a steel structure, maybe it is a RCC structure, or maybe it is a masonry structure. We have to apply all the features related to the earthquake resistant building. After that, there is a fourth outcome is that adopt the provision of IS 1893-2016 and IS 13920-2016 code. Means we have to adopt the provisions over here. Means whatever the IS code, already I have told you, IS code which is given all the information regarding the earthquake engineering related to the calculation of seismic forces, calculation or the how what type of the provisions we have to made into the building to make a building as a earthquake resistant building. So for all these parameters we have to understand, we have to study, and whatever the study material about this earthquake engineering, that we have to apply into the practical knowledge at the site, at the design site, at the construction site, and at the planning. And last one is incorporate ductility features in the structures. So these are all the outcomes about the earthquake engineering. So I am requesting you, all of you, so write it in your notebook, that is the course outcome. After completing this, we'll move towards the syllabus. Write down. Course outcomes. Course outcome. Course outcome. Write down first. On completion of this course, 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 student will be able to, student will be able to, student will be able to, student will be able to first apply the principles of earthquake resistant philosophy, apply the principles of, apply the principles of, apply the principles of earthquake resistant philosophy, apply the principles of earthquake resistant philosophy. Apply the principles of earthquake resistant philosophy. In planning, in planning, comma design, comma design, and construction of building, and construction of building. Construction of building. Below this, write down second outcome. Perform the dynamic analysis of, perform dynamic analysis of, perform dynamic analysis of, perform dynamic analysis of structures, structures, structures under earthquake load. Perform the dynamic analysis of structure under earthquake load. Under earthquake load. Third one, incorporate. Third outcome, incorporate. 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 earthquake resistant features. Earthquake resistant features. Earthquake resistant features for various types of construction. For various types of construction. For various types of construction. Next one, adopt various types of construction. Fourth one, adopt the provisions of adopt the provisions of IS 1893. Adopt provisions of IS 1893-2016 and IS 13920 IS 13920 2016 codes. And below this write down fifth outcome. Incorporate ductility features. Incorporate ductility features. Incorporate ductility features in the building. Incorporate ductility features in the building. Okay, so now we'll move towards the next point. In this way, we have completed the what is the teaching scheme, what is the examination scheme, what are the course objectives, what are the course outcomes about the subject earthquake engineering. Okay, now we'll move towards the next point, that is the section number 1, and which is section number 1, which having the 4 units, and the section number 2, which having the 4 units. So now I will discuss you the what is the syllabus regarding this earthquake engineering. So we'll see the what are the chapter names. First unit name is elements of seismology. Okay, in this unit, section number 1, unit number 1, that is the elements of seismology. In this unit number 1, we'll understand what is the seismology. What is the seismology means what is the earthquake, what are the causes of earthquake, what are the different causes, again what are the effects of earthquake, how the earthquakes are occur, different types of waves, how waves are formed, again what is the magnitude of earthquake, what is the intensity of earthquake, how to measure the earthquake, okay, and what are the different prominence of earthquake. That all parts will study in this unit number 1, that is the elements of seismology. After that, in the second unit, we'll understand the free vibrations of single degree of freedom system. Means in that unit number 2, we'll understand what is free vibration, what is the forced vibration, what is the damping, what is the undamping, and what is the SDOF system, and what is the MDOF system. Means multi-degree of freedom system and the single degree of freedom system. That all parts will finish into the unit number 2. After that, in the third unit, we'll understand mostly about the forced vibration. Means whatever the forced vibration, that is the fourth unit. Whenever the forces are acting on the structure, then how the motion or how the different equations of motion for the solutions, and how the low forces are transmitted towards the foundation. That all part will see into the unit number 3. After that, unit number 4, which is related to the response spectrum theory. In this response spectrum theory, we'll understand whenever the earthquake forces are acting on the structure. So at that time, how the behavior, how the structure is behaves, that point we'll see into this unit number 4, that is the response spectrum theory. Okay. After that, section number 2, which is related to the which is related to the mostly theoretical part over here. In the unit now, in the section number 1, there are the some of the problems are there, some of the some of the derivations are there, and in the second section there are the different theoretical parts. Only one unit which is related to the evaluation of seismic forces. Okay, so unit number 5, which is very important topic related to the principles of earthquake resistant designs. Means which type of the principles we have to apply for the building to achieve the building as a earthquake resistant building. So that is the unit number 5, that is the principles of earthquake resistant building. Now in that we'll understand planning aspect, what are the symmetry, simplicity, regularity, again what are the resistance of structural element, and structures for dynamic load, design criteria, strength, and deflection related to the study will understand from this unit number 5. After that, unit number 6, which is related to evaluation of seismic forces. So in this unit number 6, evaluation of seismic forces means what is the seismic force and how to calculate the seismic force by using the IS code as IS 1893-2016. Okay, that IS code is useful here to evaluate the lateral loads which will be occur into the building because of the earthquake on the multi-story building. That part will he understand here into this unit number 6. Again, unit number 7, ductile detailing of RCC members, beam, column, that are the RCC members, and how to strengthen, how to increase the strength, what are the different factors are affecting over there to reduce the ductility. So that point we'll see into this, the unit number 7, that is the ductile detailing of RCC members. And last point is the last unit number 8, is here, that is the earthquake resistant construction. Okay, in that earthquake resistant construction we'll see the different types of the structure, what are the different types of the constructions, masonry construction, steel construction. Okay, how to strengthen such a construction to increase the strength. Okay, for from low cost to the from low cost and low rise building, and for that purpose we have to apply the different provisions of IS code, IS 4326 and IS 13935. So these all IS code, there are the 4 IS code, IS 1893, second one is IS 13920 2016, IS 4326 and IS 13935. So these all IS codes you should know, and by referring these all IS codes on earthquake engineering will be covered. हे जे पूर्ण IS codes आहेत, by using such IS codes our earthquake engineering syllabus will be completed. And while solving the problems, while facing the different conditions, you can go through this IS code, automatically your problem will be getting solved. Okay, this is the syllabus of the earthquake engineering, which having the section 1 having the 4 units, section 2 having the 4 units, and in this way section number 1 combined with the section number 2, there are the mostly there are the 8 units, and based on this there is a assignment questions will be to you. Assignment number 1 to assignment number 8 means each chapter will have one assignment, and based on your assignment you will get your ICA marks, and there are the 50 marks for your subject, that is earthquake engineering, which is having the 50 marks ICA. So all of you read carefully, attend all the lectures, and based on this you can solve all the assignments whatever the provided to you. You can assignment whatever the test which are provided to you, and based on this you will get the maximum marks. Okay, so we'll stop here for this today's lecture over here.